it's challenging. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot.
Hey guys, Authentic Intent, Lake Calhoun. We've got lots of people here checking out the sign behind us, and we've already had half a dozen people or so chit-chatting with Joshua. I don't know why this phone won't work on landscape mode.
Black, white, Muslim, gay, so on and so on. All types of people can observe objectively that water lays flat. And the globe idea is the largest religion on earth. Because again, black, white, gay, Muslim, Jew, all believe they live here.
Very humid here today. We went to the Mall of America, or you can just call it a mall. I guess it's in America, but yeah, let's wait for some people to go online here and we'll chit chat with them.
I'm planning on converting anybody while we're here, but this I feel like is one of the best ways to express your First Amendment right. I agree.
Right or wrong, I think it's important to at least ask.
All right, who do we got on here watching?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, guys. I drove 12 hours to be here. Was held up. Frequencies eliminated. Yeah, what's happening? Drove 12 hours overnight last night. Left Saskatchewan, Canada. When did I leave there? 6:30 last night. Ended up at Joshua's house or his trailer this morning at, I think it was about 8:15 or so. Now we're checking things out. Does this video look okay? Because I can't rotate my phone for some reason. Give my best to Authentic. Yeah.
Okay, so that's to be able to test it. If I do a test, I should be able to mail you the results. This is how I did it, and you should be able to repeat it. And then you should give it to him, and he should give it to him, and then it should come back to me. We should all agree that we can do this, right? That's the scientific method. That's science. Now, to say that we can land on the moon, that's scientism, because that's not something that we can all verify. That's limited to military personnel. Now, with the space race, why not just for spite, right? Just to say we're equal to you, Americans. The Russians didn't just land on the moon themselves. Just for spite. Just think about that. Like,
So we're yeah, we went and checked out the mall today. We've passed out some of the Flat Earth Research Flat Earth 101 cards. Passed them. Well, we didn't pass them out. We left them in the card machines at the banks, the bank machines, and in the candy stores.
And so recently they sent a probe, I think it was like 12th of August or something like that, to the sun, because they came up with this new invention of a heat shield. So they're sending a probe out to the sun to sit 4 million miles away from the sun because of a new heat shield, right? So what they said is they traveled from the surface through the Van Allen belt the fastest that they ever did before. Now, why would they have to travel faster past the Van Allen belt when in 1969 they just did it just easily with Game Boy technology? So like, why do they have to like create imagination in our minds to then, because what they're doing is they're creating images and CGI animation. They tell you what they're going to do, they give you an animation, and then you're supposed to believe that that's happening. So, I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, I love talking about that, so that's why I'm here, and I don't mean to sound long-winded, but there's a lot to it.
Whew. Hope you guys are doing good. Just waiting for a few of Lois to show up and Joshua's other buddy to show up. I can't remember his name. And yeah, we'll be here for a couple hours.
Yeah. Check out a guy named Admiral Byrd. I don't know, have you guys heard of a guy named Admiral Byrd?
Not personally.
I think I've heard that name somewhere. Wasn't he part of some kind of operation or something for Antarctica?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and so they did the operation in the mid to late 50s. He came back and he said that there's more land past what we would call Antarctica. And he actually used the terminology, there's a belt around us. It's called the Antarctic belt, basically. Well, what's a belt? Right? Something that wraps around, right? And when he came back, the Antarctic Treaty was started and NASA was started. So I'm a coincidence theorist. And there's a lot of coincidence.
I've looked into a little bit. Like, why is no one allowed in Antarctica?
Mm-hmm.
Why can no one just go out there? It's like, you can't get a plane flight. You can't just like if you had your own private jet, you couldn't fly out there.
No, you can't. Yeah.
No, but if you were to, who would stop you? Is military?
You wouldn't get stopped.
It patrols there?
Yeah.
Real?
Well, they don't patrol there because they don't have to patrol.
Hi.
They got high altitude balloons.
Nice to meet
So any
you,
kind
for
of
sure.
like idea of like satellites and stuff like that, all your satellites are weather balloon
Where
type.
did you come down
objects.
from?
From
You know,
Saskatchewan.
a couple hundred yard.
I drove overnight,
huge
12
helium
hours.
balloons that
I
are
showed up
capable of
about
staying
quarter
in the
after
sky
8 this
for
morning.
5-10
So I haven't
years.
slept since Friday
And some have
morning
crashed
at
to the
4.
ground. And if you just
I'm
Google
gonna be tired later.
high altitude balloon satellite
And I'm
crashes
sweating too, so.
or something like that,
Yeah.
you'll see it. And it was one in Brazil that crashed, and it looked exactly like a satellite in outer space that they would tell us, but it was connected to a balloon. So they just have drones and patrols in the sky, so that if you get below the 60-degree line, then they'll send jets or whatever they need to do to kind of escort you out, and you will get shot for sure.
So what's this? So the other, I guess, the other developed nations that have the capability to go, I guess they're kind of, I don't want to say in on it, but they're part of that agreement.
Well, it's kind of compartmentalization. It's kind of like for my safety and your safety, you only are given so much knowledge, so that if you do get caught, right? Like espionage and spy stuff. You're only given what you need to know, because if you are caught, well, what are they going to do? Interrogate you for what? You don't know anything. And you only know what you know, right? Like, for example, this die-cast plane. I mean, it has parts to it. So I'm building the wheels, you're building the wing, and you're building the fuselage. But where is all this really going? What is it all really being put together? If he's building the solar panel, he's building the guidance system, and I'm building, something else about a satellite. That's all compartmentalization. But you don't know that it's being connected to a high altitude balloon.
No, not even the building of the equipment for the satellite. It's like the Russians and the Chinese, right? It's not even. I guess you don't even have to be that developed as a nation in order to build like an aircraft. So they would just be able to go south past Antarctica in an aircraft.
Yeah, they could. And a lot of people allege that that's what Hitler was doing during, World War II.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Is it was kind of like World War II was kind of a distraction, and they used his military prowess to investigate down here. So, a lot to it. I know it sounds very confusing, but I just think that they're, withholding land from us.
Does the video look okay? I can't rotate the camera for some reason. It
Why is it that anybody on YouTube comes up with
kind of blinks out the device.
for water to propel cars that can go just as fast as gasoline cars? Why do they always get shut down? Why do all the electric cars get shut down? Because they don't want us. They want us to be consumers and not be, So.
No, but for like the water cars though, I guess the counter argument to that one is, I mean, as soon as you put the plans on the internet, it's out there.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, so you put it out there. If you have like a working model, right? If you have the working plans for it, as long as it's not too complicated, someone, I guess, with a good amount of ability can build it themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So you just put the plans out there on the internet, and then people would just start doing it.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hook it up to your garden hose, fill it up, unhook it, drive around, hook up to another garden hose, and and so on and so on. And that'd be great.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, like, if this is out there already, why isn't this, like, why isn't it out there on the internet already?
Well, it's just, I mean, there's probably communities, like flat earthers who, you know, have solar and water run cars, but it certainly isn't
Yeah,
going to be
I was really
promoted
interested in
because
streaming this
Ocean
live.
promotes their agenda. You're never going to see a flat earther in a sitcom, right? If you do, that's who we talk about, and that's who we mock and ridicule, right? Most recently on Big Brother, they brought it up, and he was mocked and ridiculed about it. You know, so that's how we were kind of raised and taught in school, that school is authority, and they are right because it is using sources like peer-reviewed and scientists who are just locked into their
Yeah,
own educational system.
these guys are listening, so it's
And
good.
when you're educated, you know, no offense if you guys have like super high degrees, but you're just more indoctrinated into this reality. And are you guys familiar with the I don't even know if I have it in here, but the curvature calculation?
Of the Earth?
Yeah.
I know of it, but I'm not super familiar.
Okay, so it's 8 inches per mile squared. Okay, and so I don't want to give you guys too much information because I want to keep, you know, your ear perked and maybe go home and check it out. But if you type in Earth curvature calculation on Google, it will give you a list of different things. Totally up to you whether you want to believe those sources or not, right? But with the Earth's curvature over 60 miles, there should be 17 to 1800 feet of curvature, which means that you're here and the object that you're looking at is here, and in between you should be this water hump, right? I mean, you live on a sphere, so there should be curvature, noticeable, over a body of water, right? But why is it that people are able to take pictures like the one here and the one I got here over Lake Michigan, and they can still see even the smallest buildings from shoreline to shoreline? And of course, you still can see the Willis Tower. The Willis Tower should probably have, you know, maybe 100 feet, 200 feet to be shown, but you can see the entire skyline over a body of water. And one more thing, I don't mean to keep you guys too much, but check out infrared. Type in flat Earth infrared. So what that is doing is infrared is able to go through the distortion of the atmosphere. You know, kind of like fog. Like how far can you see through fog? Not very much, right? Because it's water vapor, basically, right? But with infrared,
Hey guys, who else is in the chat there?
they're able to see over 200 miles. Objects 200 miles away. That should be an extraordinary amount of curvature, and it's not there. And that's a new kind of quote phenomenon that is going across flat Earth right now, is the infrared video.
Let's figure out what we're doing as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by. You know? Yeah,
Thank you.
Cheers. Hey, Lois. I should have said, hey, you.
Hey you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't rotate this.
Yeah, you got to start it rotated.
Okay. But am I okay? Is it gonna still be the middle of the screen?
It'll look
Like when
funky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have the black bars on the side.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, so you
wondering.
can, like, if that conversation's good, you could upload that and then just...
Yeah,
hit
okay, yeah, I'll
restart.
do that. Yeah, okay. Because I want to adjust the screen
Yeah.
too, or the brightness.
Yeah, you got to start it recorded
Yeah.
at landscape.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna be back in like another minute here.
And I'll promote your channel
Okay.
so that we can